What's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to our Wisdom to Wealth workshop. I'm excited today to give you some insight and help you to understand why service based businesses struggle to scale. Now, this video is for anyone who is currently in a service oriented industry, meaning you are someone who does something for someone to get them a specific result. And I believe that this is something that's important for you to know and for you to pivot and adjust your business so that you can make the most in the most amount of time. All right. So go ahead and share this with someone right now who will share this with someone and let them know if you are someone who is desiring to grow, scale, develop, multiply your business, this video is specifically for you. Now, let's debunk a few things right now. When we get into business, one of the things that we always do is we get into businesses that require us to do something. And that in itself is not bad. It's not bad to want to do something. However, the issue is a lot of people don't actually start businesses, they start jobs. There's a difference between starting a business and starting a job, meaning you buy a job. So when people enter into business, they enter into business with the mindset of an employee and not the mindset of a true business owner. So what's the difference? If you are a person that starts a business and you are the only person that is responsible for the business, the functionality of the business, the running of the business, and all these different things, then you did not start a business. You started a job again. You just are the one that owns it. You are the one that's now responsible for the taxes. You are the one that's responsible for all of the excess stuff that is involved in this quote unquote business. This is what we would call the self-employed realm. A self-employed person is just that. They have employed themselves in their job. I hope that's making sense to you. So we have to ask ourselves a question. What is the difference between a person that starts a business and a person that buys a job? The difference between those is one thing: systems. One thing: systems. There are different systems that a true business owner implements in order to remove them from their business. Because without a system, without a strategy, without a structure, without a plan for your exit, you will be stuck doing the thing that you actually don't like to do. I hope I'm making sense to you. I want you to type in the comments right now, I will not buy a job anymore. I will not buy a job anymore. Now, let's dig into this just a little bit. Just because you are a tax preparer does not mean that you own a business yet. Just because you do graphics and you get paid to do graphics does not mean that you have a business yet. Just because you cut hair does not mean that you have a business yet. Now, when I say that, I am not undermining what you're doing. What I am saying is there is a difference between being self-employed and owning a business. And to be self-employed is someone who takes on the responsibility of owning a job, meaning I am the only person, the sole person that's responsible for this business and the functionality and the future thereof. However, when I have a business, I create a strategy, a system, and I organize things in order for the business to function without me. Let me give you an example. This is how you know that you own a job. If you don't make money, then you don't have a business. If the revenue generation is tied to your presence, you don't own a business. If the business can or the flow of your business cannot function without you doing something, you don't have a business. If you can't go on vacation for 2 and 3 and 4 weeks and the business not fail, you don't have a business. You have a job that you own. Now, the reason why I believe this is important because a lot of times, especially, and I'm gonna just say it this way, Black people like me, we enter into business with the idea of serving people. Why? Because we believe that if we serve people, then they will pay us. And that is 100% true. If you serve people, they will pay you. But on what level are you serving them? Is the question. Here is the problem. And I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it in a different way today. Your money is tied to time. Money is tied to time. And in fact, it's not just tied to it, it's chained to it. Your money, your flow of income and resources is subjected to time. So, if that's the case, that also means it's subjective to me. And so, your revenue generation, here's you, here's time, and here's money. So, the issue is you, time, and money are chained to one another, meaning your money is connected to time. And whose time is it? Yours. You see the triangle of craziness? So if you are a person that says, I am going to start a service-based business, meaning I'm going to be a barber, nail tech, tax preparer, lawn landscaper, I don't know. What else? Hairstylist, graphic artist, designer. All these things require time, energy, and effort. Time, I'm going to say time, energy, and sacrifice. Now, I want to be very clear. These are all phenomenal businesses. You will serve. Your service is phenomenal, but your service is tied to time. Your service is tied to your energy. So if you get sick, guess what? Your money dies. If you can't work for 6 months, don't forget, you're subjective to your own benefits as well. If that's the case, your money dies because your money is connected to time, energy, and sacrifice. Am I making sense? I want you to type in the comments right now, disconnect my money from time. I want y'all to type that in the comments right now. Disconnect my money from time. Okay. So these are service-based businesses, and I want to make myself abundantly clear. Service-based businesses are great businesses because we are in the business of serving. However, if my serving requires my energy, time, or sacrifice, and if I can't transfer time, energy, and sacrifice into another place in order to generate more income, I will always be in a deficit. Okay. So I've been talking to some business owners recently. I hope y'all tracking with me. I've been talking to a lot of business owners. And they're like, yeah, I'm about to start doing this. I'm gonna start doing this for people. And they're already people who are tired. I'm gonna give you some characteristics of service-based business owners today. Tired, frustrated, overworked, underpaid, undercharging, disconnected, dry, creative, less. These are the characteristics of people who are in service-based industries. When I talk to my barber, he's like, bro, I just need some time. I just feel like I work so hard. I work 8 to 10 hours every day. Monday through Saturday, off on Sunday. So you mean to tell me you don't work, 40 hours a week. You work 10 times 6, 60 sometimes hours a week. So you started a business working 60 hours. Your 9 to 5 only works you 40. Are you prospering or are you regressing? Because I thought business was supposed to be for me to flourish without a 9 to 5. But my 9 to 5 I only have to show up 40 hours. For my business, I have to show up for 60. And some people may say, well, I think that's good. I think you should. I said, well, if I'm going to work hard, it's going to be to work hard on things that makes money work for me faster. Here's the problem. You think that to work hard is to be successful. Am I talking to myself or am I talking to you? You believe that hard work is automatically connected to success. However, there are a lot of people who work hard and have less. There are people who work the 60 hours who have less than people who work 9 to 5s. Who work more than people who work 9 to 5s. And the 9 to 5ers have more. So now we have an issue. Do I have a business or do I have a glorified job? Because a business, I should have more time on my hands. But with the 9 to 5, I have less time. But in comparison to what I'm doing now, I have I still don't have time. Are we tracking? So your 9 to 5 is, well, if you have one or had one, you working 40 hours a week and you make 80K. Let's just say your business, you work 60 hours a week and you make 80K. Which is better? Not, let's not forget, you need insurance, health insurance, life insurance, unemployment insurance. You need your car insurance. You have all these other 401ks, IRAs, SEP IRAs, cash balance plans, all these other different benefits that are required, and you're working harder than somebody who works 9 to 5. Hey. So the problem with a lot of these business, quote unquote, business owners, you have a real problem. You do. And here's what your problem is. And this is something that I discovered. Okay? I'm talking to you as I'm talking to myself. The problem wasn't that I was in the wrong business. The problem wasn't that I wasn't making good or okay money. The problem wasn't that I didn't enjoy the people. But at some point, I didn't enjoy some people. The problem wasn't those things. The problem is always right here. Value. Your specific problem as to why you can't go from 5 and 6 figures to multiple 6 figures. The problem is value. Because right now, as a service-based business, you are trading your time for money. Right now. So let's remember, I'm human. You're human. We are finite people, individuals, beings, right? I technically only have 24 hours in a day. Technically, of my own personal energy, right? Let's say I sleep 8 hours. Now I have 16 hours left. And let's just say that, is that the right math? Yeah, it is. I work 10. I have 6 hours left. And give or take 8 hours of sleep, and give or take 10 hours of working as an entrepreneur. So now the issue, because here's my problem. I was doing taxes this one year. I remember when I was doing taxes, I got to April, it was the 18th, because the Monday was the 18th. And when I got to that day, by the next day, I was so exhausted. I slept for an entire week and a half. Why? I was trading my time, energy, effort, and sacrifice for money. Why? That's the level of value that I gave people. The level of value is, I will do this for you. When you say, I will do this for you, you are on the lowest level of value. Because doing something for people requires finite energy. How do we know this? You're a finite being. So when I say I'm going to do your taxes, I'm saying to you, I am going to use my energy for 1 whole hour or more to make sure your taxes get done. And you pay me by the hour. What am I doing? Trading my time for money. However, there's a next level where you create a tax company and you put people together, and guess what? They do all the, taxes for you. But it gets to a level. It comes to a place where you're still working with finite people and you're only making as much as the person that you have on your team. For example, we want exponential growth and not just minute growth. Me. This is me. I make $500 per tax return. Let's say I have 60 clients. What is that number? That's $30,000 within 3 months. That's not bad. But let's just say I add a person. Hold on, let me not put a line there. Or I add two of me and I remove myself from that part. And I make these bigger because there's two of them. Aha. All right. So we have John and Jacob. Jingleheimer Schmidt. I don't know. And they each do the same thing I do. 60 returns. Each. So now the business is only generating $60,000. Okay. But I take a spread off of that. And let's just say it's 10% or whatever. That's only $6,000 that I made. So guess what? I lost money. Why? Because I still need to use finite energy to get somebody a result. If your business requires your energy to get someone a result, then at the end of the day, you're going to be in a deficit every time. But now I found a better way. So now, instead of me doing taxes, here's me again. Uh-oh, my ear broke. Now we're selling tax plans. Okay, what's the difference? On this level, I am doing something for you. On this level, I'm showing you what's possible for you. Are y'all here with me? On level 1 and 2, I'm doing, meaning I am still using energy, time, effort, and sacrifice to get a result for you. But on this level, I'm no longer using energy, time, and sacrifice. I'm using software and communication. So now I go from doing to showing. Why? It takes less energy to speak than it does for you to do. So now I've just increased my income by 10x. Let's say that the tax plan is 5,000. I sell a $5,000 product, and this is just a plan. And I sell the same amount of people, let's just say it's 60. I just went from 30,000 to 300,000 with the same amount of people, just a different level of conversation. What am I saying to you? You need to transition your business. Because right now, you're doing a lot, but you're not making a lot. Doing more does not equate to making more. Just because I do more for you does not mean that me doing more for you is going to make me more money. When I use a system and I communicate to you or show you the possibilities with my expertise, now we enter into another level of wealth. So the reason why service-based businesses struggle to scale is because you're struggling to just serve on another level. The problem isn't what you do. The problem is who you're doing it for and how much you're charging. I want you to type in the comments, the value is different. The value is different. So now let's check this out. So y'all got this. Doing taxes, tax company, tax plans. I'm going to show you a trajectory for someone who's a graphic designer. For all you graphic designers out there, this is free. All right, you're a graphic designer, right? Let's just say you are. You're good at doing graphics. One graphic, how much it costs? Let's just let's just say $100 just to be nice. Let's say you want to make $100,000. That's low. How many graphics do you have to make $100,000? One, two, three, four, five. 1,000. You need 1,000 units. That's a lot of units. I don't know. That's 1,000 graphics every year. There's 12 months in a year. That's 84 graphics a month. 84 divided by 30 is somewhere around 2 points, so about 3 a day. 3 graphics a day will make you your 6 figures. However, do you want to be doing graphics all day? So, as a graphic artist, I need to now redirect my skill set into something that's more on a higher level of value. So I could create a graphic company, or I could go two different routes, or three, or many. I could train graphic artists. That's one way. Or I can be a brand consultant. What is the difference between someone who trains graphics and is a consultant? One word: value. If I'm training you to do something that I do and better, how I would do it, I would charge you for an apprenticeship where you go through my program for 3 months and it's $3,000. After the program, you may have an opportunity to work with me and I send you projects. Guess what I do? I take a spread off of the fee that I charge for doing graphics because I'm not closing my graphic design company. Do you see? Let's do the math now. Okay, as a graphic artist trainer. Okay? All right. So now I still make the 1,000 units. Okay? So $3,000. Let's just say I do 12. I still want to make the $100,000, so that's 30 people, 33 people, 34 people. What's 34 times 3? 34. All right, 102. Is it easier to train graphic artists, 34 graphic artists, or is it hard, or is it easier to make 1,000 units? Easier to train because all I really need is 3 people per month. And that's a low level. And then I'm not getting rid of my company. I'm altering it. So now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to still bring them on as senior entry level graphic artists, and I'm going to increase my price so that I can continue to be paid for doing graphics, even though I'm not the one doing the graphic. Y'all see? If I go the brand, wait. Before I go there, I got excited. I'm gonna increase my price because I still want that $100. So let's go 200. Okay, but in the graphic, you get extra revisions. So now that's 200,000. All right, but I'm still making the 100. The rest go to them. So I went from 100K working 40 hours a week to making 202K working 10, 20 hours a week. Which is better? What's the difference? I'm leveraging two different types of value. I'm leveraging the value in other people to do my work for me, and I'm leveraging my voice to teach them how to do it. If I go the brand consulting route, I could charge for a year package one year. $15,000. What does that include? That includes brand coaching. That includes all your graphics done for the year. That includes, guess who I'm going to employ? I'm going to employ my team that I have trained, developed, and taught how to do it. That includes me helping you to coordinate and connect with people who can get you other brand deals. But if I want to help you do the brand deals, I want a spread because I'm the brand consultant. Times 20% management fee. So whatever brand you get, I got 20% on that. Because if I bring you an opportunity, I deserve to be paid for that. What am I leveraging? Voice. So even if you're serving people, there's a way to serve people that serves them at the highest level. Is this a good example? I often use money examples, but I wanted to use one that wasn't necessarily financially related. But even then, I can still connect it to money. Watch. The way you sell these is you're not selling the package itself. You're selling what it can do for the person that you're giving it to. If you get this brand package, you will in turn be able to do one, to be able to get two, to be able to access three. That doesn't have anything to do with me, but it has everything to do with you getting your name in the face of those people that you want to see you. Is this simple? All right. Why don't they say why what's the problem? Why don't they scale? They don't scale because of value. I'm gonna tell you another reason why I don't scale. You ready? Price. Your business, your service-based business, is not gonna sell if you don't charge right. So as a service-based business, right? You have your service, but we are about to productize your service. I'm put it in the box. This is your service. This is a productized service. Meaning, if I put it into a product that ascends the value ladder, meaning I could use my voice to use it or to do it or to get a result, then I now can change the price because if it now puts the client under accountability. Meaning if you don't partner with me in getting this taken care of, then you won't be able to get the result that you asked for. What does that do for you? It takes the pressure off of you to perform for them. You know the problem? People are afraid to increase their price. You know why they're afraid to increase their price? Because they believe that if they increase their price, then they're going to lose clients. But if I increase my price, that means I am actually attracting the clients that I actually want. I want you to change your mindset right now about changing your prices. I want you to think that there is somebody right now who has the means to pay for what I am offering and is willing to pay for what I'm offering. Because when I make my offer, I'm not making it with me in mind. I'm making it with them in mind. I want you to type that in the comments right now. I make offers with the customer in mind first. Nobody actually needs a Rolls Royce. Nobody actually needs a BMW. No one actually needs some of these luxurious premium brand cars. But there is somebody who is willing to pay the amount because of the perceived what? Value. There are things that you buy because you perceive it to be valuable. There are brands that you ascribe to that you perceive to be valuable. There are people who will buy an iPhone above an Android because it's perception of value. So now I have a productized service and I increase my price because now the delivery does not require me. See, when you're talking about service, you are responsible for its delivery. You are responsible for delivering the outcome. When you productize your service, it is no longer on you to get them a result. It's on them to partner with you so they can get the result. So, what is a productized service? A course, a book, consulting, training program, a software. That's a productized service. Meaning, I'm still offering you a service, it's just wrapped up in a product, a plan, what do I call that? Not a plan. It's something else. Left my brain. Don't even matter. You get what I'm saying, don't you? So businesses that are service-based struggle with scaling because of the value that they're presenting and the price that they are offering as it pertains to the result that they can bring people. There's one more reason why businesses don't scale. Your income and your expenses. There's a difference between business growth and business scaling. Business growth means that your income and your expenses grow together. Meaning the more money that you make, the more money that you will spend over time. But when you scale, your expenses decrease and level off. Because scaling means I make more, but the investment or the capital that is needed for it to move forward or to grow, it decreases. So what happens is people get into business and then they start to overspend because they start to make too much money. The danger in doing that is you will have a good system, a good process, but you won't have profits because you overspend. Ask me how I know. I love shopping. Make some bad mistakes, y'all. Here's what it's supposed to look like. This is the income. Well, no. Yeah, this is money. This is 1 million. This is 0. And this is whatever it is in between. And this is time. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and so on. All right. Ouch. When you first start, green is going to be for income. All right. So as you start real steady. Your income grows. Then you scale and then you go, oh, that's too far up. All right. That's what it looks like sometimes. That's revenue or income, rather. That's a better word. Income is after expenses, technically. So I should have put revenue, but it's okay. Y'all ready for this one? This one is your expenses. In the beginning, you have a lot of expenses. But as time progresses, your expenses are supposed to drop. Sometimes they pick back up, then go boom, 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 and then they taper off. Now, this may be a slight exaggeration, but this is the point that I'm trying to make. When you're scaling, you want your expenses to decrease. You don't want your expenses to increase yet. And usually, just from experience, the expenses increase because of personal desires, not because they just, So when you're scaling, the reason why service-based businesses struggle to scale is value, price, and expenses. When those three things are not oriented properly, you will struggle to grow a business. One client has the ability to change your entire financial situation. And let me ask you a question. Is it easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a lot of money in a long period of time? If you said the latter, that is a sign that the level of value that you're presenting is not sufficient for the income that you deserve to make. Because one client can, will, and is able to pay you thousands of dollars based upon the value that you're presenting to them. Do not settle for a business or a strategy that puts you in a compromise of your time. Create strategies, business plans, and ideas that help you to leverage your time so that you can win as it pertains to finances. You are not supposed to get into a business for the sake of you working harder. Why did you do that? Self-employed people employ themselves. Business owners employ systems. So the question now is, what are the things that you should be working hard on? The first one that you need to be working hard on is personal development. You need to think differently about money, because right now, as I was talking, there were some of you who said, yeah, I don't think I could charge more. I don't think I can pivot. I don't think I can go invest more. I don't think I can go. You were in your head about what you couldn't do already. Yeah, I couldn't charge that amount yet. I don't have enough experience. Well, start from where you are or where you've mastered and go from there. That's a personal development problem. When I have conversations with business owners, they don't really have a money problem. They don't. They don't even have like marketing problems. The real problem is they don't believe, they struggle with their mentality, which is infused in everything that they do. They have great marketing. They just don't believe that the marketing is going to work. So guess what happens? No one is attracted to it. Because the superpower of an entrepreneur is someone who has a great expectation. If you expect this to fail, it will. Not because it's failing, but because your expectation said so. The same amount of energy it takes to expect is the same amount of energy it takes to speak negatively. They are the same thing, just a different type of conversation. Number one, what do you work hard on? Personal development. Develop yourself until you can see the millions, the billions, whatever, the illions, whatever it is, in your prefrontal cortex every day. Until your life orients itself to its reality that you see for yourself. Number two, if you're going to uh, 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 work hard on anything, work hard on creating good relationships. Relationships are greater than any marketing plan you could ever have. Let me say it again. Relationships are one of the greatest marketing strategies you could ever have. There were deals that I closed just because someone knew me. There were opportunities that were presented to me, clients that came to me. Guess how much I spent on attracting them? Zero. But guess how much I actually spent? Time in relationships with people. Making content. You wanna sell somebody a $5,000 project, products, whatever, and nobody knows who you are. Does that make sense? You're not trusted yet. You see, I said yet. Number three, once you work on the relationships, then you can work on the systems. Work hard on systems. How invested do you need to be into your business? What type of business do you actually want to have? Do you want a codependent business? Or do you want a self producing business where you create once and guess what? It pays you forever. I heard somebody say that content is your retirement plan, and I believe that. I was talking to my leader, and he said there are people who will come and send me money from old content. Do you know 5 and 6 years down the line, you keep doing this, you keep showing up, you keep talking, you never know who will end up on your Calendly link. But it requires you to build out that system. And don't change it if it's working. If it's working, continue to work it. Number one, personal development. Number two, relationship development. Number three, systems development. If you are a service-based entrepreneur, business owner, and you feel like you are making money, you're profiting some money, but you're overworked, you feel like everything in your life is just overwhelming and you're doing more for your business than the outcomes that you're actually producing, do yourself a favor, subscribe, like, share, connect, and even set up a one-on-one. And I will be glad to see what will be the best option for you so that you can grow your business the way you want to. My name is Jaquan Gamble, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Peace.